we've done the leg entanglement Ashi, and we've done outside Ashi. Ashi was when I'm between his legs, and my leg closer to the leg I'm attacking goes underneath. Okay? So my leg closer goes underneath, and then I wrap around and I close my knee over. We've also done outside Ashi where both feet are on the outside. Similarly, I'm between his legs. My closer leg went under his leg. This time, just both feet, my inside leg crossed over to here. Today we're doing saddle, which is a leg entanglement that shares some things in common with that. The big difference is I'm not going to be sitting between his legs. I'm going to be sitting outside of his legs here. Similarly, I'm going to take the closer leg and shoot it under his leg. And this time I'm going to bring the outside leg over. And from here, I'm going to put my position together. When you're looking at the different leg positions, I made a chart that you guys can see that talks about when I'm between his legs, I can bring my inside leg over his leg, and this is outside Ashi, or I can bring my outside leg over his leg. This is a position called the Reaper, and we'll cover this position at a different time, probably during intermediate classes. And similarly, when I'm outside his legs, I'll always put this closer leg underneath, but from here I can put the outside leg over, and that'll be saddle that we're doing today. And I can put the inside leg over, and this is 50-50, the other leg entanglement that we'll do. So now I've actually mentioned all the ones that we're going to spend time on, except for reverse Ashi, which is a bit different. It's when I'm sort of fully backwards facing this way. Great. So anyway, that's how to define leg locks in your mind. Where am I sitting? Am I between their legs or am I not between their legs? And is the inside leg over or is the outside leg over? They'll all have a different name. Okay, so let's set up saddle position. To set up saddle position, the near leg goes under, the outside leg goes over, and then what I'm going to do once it's inside is I'm going to make a triangle, but not a triangle where my foot goes in my knee pit. Sometimes we do a triangle here. In this case, I'm going to try to cross my leg more under where my Achilles becomes my calf. So right about here. That's where I'm going to cross, so that I have a better ability to pinch my knees together and get my legs about parallel, so that I have a slicing power kind of this way, so that the tension I get is more of a pinch, a shearing pinch, than a squeeze. We're not very strong this way for very long. I want to be shearing. Okay? So I cross at the Achilles, where the Achilles meets the calf. I bring my knees together. I'm going to back heel. So back heeling is just literally bringing my heel to my butt and bring my knees to my chest. And then it matters which way I tilt. I want to tilt to face him, not to face away from him. My near leg goes under. Outside leg goes over. I make a triangle at where the Achilles meets the calf. And I'm going to bite my heel to my butt, knees together, knees to my chest, and tilt toward him. I can fall all the way to my elbow facing this way. When I set up saddle, one of the things I need to pay attention to is one of the things that we've already been paying attention to, but maybe not named and talked about too much, which is knee line. So how much of his leg have I got a grip on? So when I set up saddle, I could be back here, but his knee is almost out. Like out is good for him. That's him escaping. I want in. I want it in as deep as possible. So in the case of saddle, I want my shin basically right in the crease of his hip. That would be a perfect place for that. That's the knee line is the line between my knees. How much of his leg protrudes through that space, right? So losing the knee line is when he gets distance when I didn't want him to, and I have to try somehow to recover the knee line, right? Knee line we did work on when we did Ashi and outside Ashi. I just didn't harp on it by this name at that time. But when I shoot this through, remember I told you to bring your hips as close as possible. That means that the control that I have around his leg is pretty deep. I have knee line control. There's such a thing as a bad Ashi too, of course, and a bad outside out. This is a terrible outside Ashi. He's out. But this is better, and this is better, and this is better. When you set up saddle, make sure you're paying attention to knee line. How deep in there am I? what does the other person want when I'm in this position? There's one major escape he wants, so I can be pretty sure that both of us are going to be focused on one thing, and that's the way he escapes. Me from stopping it, him from trying to get it going. Okay. When I set up saddle, I'm getting all the knee line I can. I'm trying to get on this side. I've talked about being on this side, how I don't want to be on the other side. If my knees point away from him, or if he can make my knees point away from him, if things start to tilt this way, he wants to turn away and then run and sort of extract his leg. Without getting too into the escape itself, is if I don't face the direction that I'm teaching that you want to face when you're maintaining saddle, everything falls apart. It's even better position for me in terms of maintaining the position if I also control the secondary leg, at least to lock myself into the position before I go for the final attack. So the secondary leg is just this other leg. I'm going to put it in my armpit and just put my hand on my chest. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put it between my legs so that I have the pinch on both legs. Okay. When you start setting up this position, this leg in, this other one comes over, you can start collecting this now, fall to this side and get your pinch. And now with this leg control, there's no way he turns to face the other direction. That means I'm going to maintain my position. If I can finish the secondary leg is another question. It's not as easy because I don't have quite the control on it I have on this leg. But I do make it hard for him to run away. So this is called double trouble, having both legs under my control, and it's something we really, really want at least when we first set up saddle. So one more time, to get that in my grip as I set up, it's about as I go to sit back. So after my foot comes in, I'll go grab the leg, put it in my armpit, shoot my arm through. I'm putting my hand on my chest. I create my triangle over here. Now both legs are between my knees. And I'm here, keeping us on this side. Let's take a look at a more realistic entry to saddle. In fact, this is one of the ones that you could go right now and watch some good leg lockers hit on the highest level guys in the world. This backstep style entry is a really common and really effective way to get into the position that we've been talking about so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step between his legs, and I'm going to step kind of deep. Again, because I'm trying to get deeper on the knee line. So I'm going to step kind of deep here, and I'm going to backstep. So I'm actually stepping behind myself so that this knee, my right knee that I backstepped with, can scoop up his knee. I'll show you what I mean right now. I'm going to step here, step back, and when I fall, I can collect his leg now. And if you watch my back leg, it's going to collect this and then put my triangle together. And that puts me in our final position. If you had to take baby steps to hit this move, you could step in, put your knee on the floor, and then don't let your feet go this way. Again, because I want everything facing him, I'm going to go this way, and then I can pick this up. And I would also catch his foot. So as a first step to doing this, you could step in and put your knee down. But when you do it, ultimately, you're not going to want to put your knee down. You're going to want this to be one fluid motion. So you're going to go one, here's the back step, here's the lift. I fall onto my side facing him, and I put this triangle together, and I'm there. Where this one really comes in handy is anytime he's holding my foot, he's trapping my foot with his knees, and his knees are sort of pointed to the side. So that could happen from Mount if he began an elbow escape and he caught my foot, we might be here. Or if I was passing the guard, it's possible that I would have just been passing the guard here and he traps my foot between his knees. Also a time to do this pass, okay? So anytime he has pinchy, tippy knees, while he's holding onto my lower leg, that's when I can do this one here. So we're going to do it for mount. Presuming he caught my foot here, what I'm going to do is put my knee on the other side. So I'm going to tripod up. My knee's going to go to the other side. That's kind of like a knee cut pass might be. And now I begin my back step. I'm going to pick his leg up, same as I did before. And we're there. Okay. Sometimes this will be crossed under the other leg. That's okay. Just get a hold of the legs for right now. He's holding onto my leg here. I'm going to switch sides with my knee so that basically he's behind me, and then when I backstep, I'll be able to catch that leg. Okay, so I'll put my toes that he's got down, so my butt comes up. I cut this knee across, and now I'm floating on him, backstepping. You notice my weight's really not on anything, not on that back foot, not on my front foot. Now I'm backstepping, and I'll collect his leg right here. He catches my foot. I'm gonna put my toes down, butt up. My knee starts cutting across, and there's this moment where I'm floating. Backstepping, and then I'm finding our position here.